Ooh, we're live.
We are currently live with our friends at Talk Dodgers to Me. Hi, I'm Alonso.
I'm Melissa Meyer.
And I'm Jacqueline Ruiz.
And that's a win for LA.
They did it, not without a little bit of dramatics on the back end, though, because the bullpen is I don't know. We'll get into it a little bit, but I actually want to, because Jacqueline pointed out something yesterday when we did our live previewing this, that she thought that a guy by the name of Teo was going to have a pretty good little series. Not a bad outing by Teo Hernandez.
I mean, I didn't expect that. Like, save some for the rest of the games, bro. No, I don't know. He's been slowly just kind of coming alive. We've been saying, like, Teo's clicking in. He's clicking in. And I just felt like, I mean, maybe this is where he shines.
And he's not our only player with 2 home runs today.
Homer
by Shohei. I feel like I said that yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. I think our prediction was 3-1, something in that range.
I know. I was like, well, I'm not going to say we're going to have a home run derby, but
they did, and the offense.
Thank God we did.
Yeah, I mean, the offense did their job. I mean, that's the story of the game isn't going to be the offense, though. It's going to be the bullpen.
I know.
Because Blake Snell absolutely was dealing 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 9 Ks on 91 pitches. I mean, that's what more can you ask for from your guy, right?
His longest postseason outing.
Yes. And then Alex Vesia came in, and all I have to say is he has a 54 ERA. Like that was tough. And it just got worse for a little bit there. I wanted to ask you guys, because I've seen kind of your text reactions amongst each other when you're chatting. When all that kind of happens, when you go from that jump from Blake to Vesia, what was the reaction at the apartment?
I mean, unfortunately, we've been kind of watching this same movie on rerun, and it's like not like a Friends episode where you want to leave it on. Like, dude, I'm done with like what's happening. I don't know. It's actually really frustrating. I just don't understand how you stand in that bullpen. And it's like, I get it. People tell us a million times, like they feel worse than you could ever even than you do. Like they already feel that. But I just, these are like the creme de la creme of athletes, and they're around the creme de la creme of an athlete. And a part of me is like, how are you not back there and like see what just happened? And it's not even like you need to come out with perfection, but like throw a strike.
Yeah. I feel like we thought the adrenaline and all of that would be there today, especially you're watching the bullpen react to these homers falling, right into them. And I thought that would give them everything to just be so dominant. And it was the opposite of that. I mean, at one point I went to the bathroom and Jacqueline was like, stay in there. He finally got a strikeout.
I know. She's like, did he get a strikeout? I go, yeah, stay. But it's like the run support was there, and that's what we really feared. And it's really frustrating because I understand when the runs are like really close and they come in and it's like 3-1 and it's like they get stressed. So you had plenty of run support and you guys still proved that if it's like 3-1, we would have lost.
Which is crazy. Like, because you would think after Blake Snell's outing, it's just 1-2 done, right? And it wasn't. That was tough to watch, honestly. That was really tough to watch. And I mean, listen, and Blake, for that bullpen, I know it's going to eat at them because of what Blake gave them. Because to go 7 innings in a postseason outing, like that, I mean, that's what more do you want? What more can you ask for?
I mean, a dominant 7 innings too.
Yes. But what more could the Reds ask for with getting runs from us? We helped them so much. Now they got to see more of our bullpen arms. I mean, Emmett Sheehan was warming up.
And I mean, and that for me, I was worried about like that stuff, like that they put a guy out, gets caught up in a bind, is in a situation, can't get out of the bind, especially because of how young a lot of these guys are, right? Like Enriquez is young, like the first kind of, and you don't ever want to say the yips because I don't feel like that's fair sometimes. But I mean, the lights get a little brighter, the intensity obviously gets more intense, and that was tough to watch.
Yeah, I definitely saw that. It almost felt like when the whole Kike pitching was like a thing. And then
Yeah.
it got to the point where it was like, all right, like everyone knows when you're not a pitcher and you're in that, it's not fun, and it's just like, but these are our bullpen. I'm like, what is happening? I'm kind of at a loss.
Yeah, we were depleted. You asked what the vibe was over here. I mean, at one point, she's like, calm down. We're up by 5. But like, it's just so hard to watch when we're jumping up and down 5 minutes ago because we went back to back with, who? Teo and then Tommy?
Yeah.
We're screaming. I'm like, sorry, neighbors, because we're screaming so loud. And then it's like silence, energy drained. We can't watch these guys. They can't throw a strike. That was really tough.
I will say I was really sketched out when Blake Trinan came out. Like it was one of those where I was like, all right, well, they scored 10 runs at least. That's kind of like, that's literally where my mind went. And then I was like, oh.
I mean, at that point, watching like Jack Dreyer, and I mean, at that point, I'm like, I don't know who else wants to either do good or not. Like, I know. I
was a little surprised that they didn't use Roki, just given kind of what the success had looked like before, and especially coming out. In my opinion, that would be the bridge to Trinan or to Tanner Scott. But it's one of those where that's kind of the way I thought Dave was going to go. I was really surprised they went Vesia right there.
Mm-hmm. I know. All right, well, let's talk about the really good stuff because there was like a phenomenal game within that.
And Blake Trinan was really dominant.
Yeah. And like, that's the thing is like, I just feel like the athletes that they are and the people that I know that they are and like what they're doing, I guess to me, it is kind of a loss of why it's not clicking a little bit different for them.
Yeah. No, I mean, the game within the game is always fun, except if you're the guys, because then they're miserable, right? But the game within the game is always interesting because it is chess. I mean, that's all it is, right? But like Blake Snell, I mean, listen, I'm going to say it again. I mean, Hunter Green, I was saying this to a friend during the game. No disrespect to him, but it's a big moment, right? And those guys are all still young. The Reds are good. Like they're going to be good as well. But Blake Snell kind of showed you like, yeah, this is why I've won the Cy Young. This is why I'm getting paid what I'm getting paid. This is why I'm the guy.
I mean, so much poise.
Yeah. And I mean, and it wasn't even when he kind of, towards the end there, when he gave up when he gave up those hits, there was it didn't really affect him one way or the other. Like you could definitely tell he still wanted to stay in there, but it was one of those two where it's like, hey, dude, like you did it. You did the thing. 7 innings. You were very efficient. Like let's save you for the next one.
I know.
But even like Ohtani. I mean, Ohtani going up and hitting that leadoff home run.
I know.
That was
what did we talk about yesterday? We said what we were nervous about and what we were kind of waiting to see was how they start off game 1 of the postseason. They came out with a leadoff home run. What is better than that? What better to show us that we are here to win again? Mookie was great, consistent the whole game. Freddie, I mean,
I don't think Mookie was great. I think defensively he was like I think he still has a moment to click in. I don't think.
Oh, he's got so much more in him, but yeah, he was good today.
No, I mean, and then Teo, I mean, listen, when you go 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs, I mean,
but that smile on Teo's face. Yeah. Oh man, I was waiting for that.
And the guy that's making me eat my words a little bit, Kike, I mean, even though his back stiffened up, so that's why he came out of the game. He's still, I mean, a part of the manufacturing of runs came from Kike. So it's one of those where, like,
everyone else, like, you could tell clicked into a different energy for this game. And I don't know if our bullpen got the memo.
I don't know. Do you think it was like because Vesia kind of had such a downer for an outing, he kind of set the stage and the guys followed with kind of that same energy? I don't know. I just hate that, the Reds and other teams are going to watch and be like, okay, this is how we beat the Dodgers.
Well, I think everybody, I think the word is out that the bullpen may or may not be a little suspect for the Dodgers. I think really it's you kind of have to, as terrible as it is, it's one of those where you either worry about the offense not clicking, right, which is a very real thing, or the bullpen doing what the bullpen just did. And the super frustrating part is like I mentioned a minute ago, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but Blake Snell throwing 7 innings. Like, it's everyone wants these guys to go longer than 5, right? He gives you 7, and then the bullpen just comes in and kind of like, no.
Or our guys have to score a lot of runs to allow the bullpen to make mistakes.
And that is my worry, honestly.
Yeah, I know, and that's where they're going to shut us down. If we can get them not to score the runs. I mean, the only thing is, I don't think they can. If all those batters, like if all of our team is clicked in and they're hitting, I know our bullpen is dropping it, but I really don't. I mean, it's going to be really sad if they just allow them to just take them over and shut them down, offensively.
I think they will look at what Trinan did as that win, right? Like, they're going to go in and be, hey, okay, so it isn't everybody, right? Like, here's the win. And I mean, in Trinan, he had 2 strikeouts, and he did give up the 1 hit, right? But it's one of those where he was still dominant. Like, it's way better than any other time for the most part this season when Trinan comes in, you're like, oh no. Yeah. And so for me, you have to take that win. You have to. And especially kind of after what Vesia, Enriquez, and Dreyer did. And I mean, it's the game within the game, right? Like, pitching in these series is gonna, like, you knocked out their starter early. I think it was 3 innings.
Yep.
You got into their bullpen pretty early. You beat the bullpen up, and the Reds themselves also had really good at bats. They were very patient. I mean, that's a part of why they were able to kind of, even though they were walked in, they still manufactured those runs. Even, a lot of people are going to say, oh, the Dodgers gave it up. Yeah, they did, but the Reds were also patient. So and that's impressive for young guys. I mean, they're all really young guys.
On our end, how, our team likes to find the small wins, even in a loss and things like that. It could have been way worse. They had bases loaded.
Yeah.
And they could have done way more damage than they did. And they didn't get hits to allow those runs in. They got walked. So we gave it to them.
Usually on these like moments in postseason, I like to say, like, it's October baseball. Like, teams are going to come back. It's like the best of the best at this point. Like, they're going to have comebacks. There's going to be, but like, this wasn't that. Like, this was just, I don't know. We've been watching it. I'm just over the rerun.
Well, guys, we're so down right now. We won.
That's what I was going to ask.
10-5.
Like, if I was listening to you and I didn't know what had just happened, it sounds like that you would think that the Dodgers lost.
I know. But I think it's because we thought that it would be different. And it's the same story that we've been watching for the last, month or 2. So us having a lead and then the bullpen blowing it. But guys, we still won.
I know. But I mean, this is what scares me, is that today we pulled it off and we had amazing pitching, but it's like, it leaves no room for any error, because it's like, are you guys going to be the only ones that people can get an error on? Like, you've got to step it up. Not everyone. Anyway.
So let me ask you this, going back to before the game, we didn't chat about it, and I purposefully wanted to wait until we did this. When you saw the roster, was there anything that kind of surprised you, that stood out to you, like, oh, okay?
I guess
I actually thought Ben Kasparius would be on the roster because Jack Dreyer did not have a good last outing. And I thought that there was a strategy there because he has been so good for us this season. Like, I don't know what we would have done without him this season. I thought that they were trying to maybe not play him as much and then bring him back for the postseason. So that was like my first initial, and Justin Dean, kind of curious about why he's on the roster.
That one surprised me.
No offense, that diving catch.
Like they
overshot it
for his speed and his defense. Speed, I get, but I don't remember him having that great of defense for us in the games that he played.
Well, we didn't see him enough really to be able to judge him as a player. So I don't know. I was kind of like, okay, whatever. That's kind of random. The only thing that made me kind of like was his diving catch. Kind of felt like he was like trying to have this storybook ending, and then he just like woofed it, and it was like, no, just catch the ball.
But if he did, it would have been a great.
But he was smiling before he caught it.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little surprised by that move. Them carrying 3 catchers, I was a little surprised by.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, I mean, I get why they're doing it, for a pinch hit situation. And Conforto obviously being left off was a surprise. But I think
isn't it funny how everyone is talking about why is Conforto playing, and now the question is why is he not on the roster?
Well, the reason I thought it was a surprise is because they were sticking with the guy, right? And so to me, it's like if you're going to ride or die it, in my opinion, you should also do that into the postseason, because otherwise, the guy himself, that's going to affect his psyche too. Because then it's like, hey, what did I do now, right? Like I haven't had a great year, but now is the time that I can't kind of show the thing, and so that's why I was
low key. Yeah, no offense, but if you don't have the year, yeah, I don't want to risk you now. Like that's not what you. Not to be mean, I mean, he's kind of been quiet lately. He hasn't really done anything bad, but he really hasn't like stepped into what his role is. I mean, I don't want to mess with his psyche, but also it's like it's just the wild card. Take it as rest.
But should we be kind of so intense about these choices when this is a 3-game series and there's a lot more to come?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the expectations too. I mean, the expectations that comes with it, it's all going to be scrutinized no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think that they're playing to them. They're built the roster to play to the matchup, defensive, pinch run, situational hitting, situational running, which I don't think is a bad thing, because that means you're not 100% dialed into the analytics. You're also looking at like actual kind of comparison for the roster, which I'm down with, because that means that the games should be good in theory, unless your bullpen does what they did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, for me, there's so much consistency in our rosters with the players that I know we need in there, that whatever the fill-in and they all like do what you got to do to figure it out. Like I know any of them can step up and some of them not so much all the time, but I don't know. I don't really think I look at the rosters and I'm just like, it would have to be someone pretty significant that I would be like, what? Because in the end, whatever, let's try it. Like, as long as we've got our consistency, like, sure, let him see if we can do it. I don't know.
We are live currently on the Baseball Isn't Boring YouTube and Twitter machine, and on the Talk Dodgers to Me Instagram. We've seen some comments come in, so if you're joining us, thank you for joining us. Apparently it feels like a loss, and so that's what we're litigating this. We're talking each other off the ledge. We're talking.
I know.
All right. Yes, as Ramble Ron is saying over here, it was a good game, but yes, that was not the ending we wanted. We wanted something different, and we wanted the end of the game to be like the beginning of the game, where we were just dominant the whole time, and that didn't happen. But we still won.
When Vesia came out, was there a collective breath hold at the compound?
No. Okay. We were excited. We were pumped.
You were being positive.
We've been jumping up and down the whole time. Look at our stories on Instagram.
Well, even with Vesia coming, it's like, I don't know. I mean, Snell set it up pretty great. Our friggin' offense set it up pretty nicely. I don't know. I didn't think he would come in rattled. So no. And actually, I love Vesia. I love his fire. And when I think he feels comfortable and he's throwing like great, I like his energy, and I think he leans into that. But man, it just kind of like really laid flat.
Maybe he needed an extra Red Bull today.
Well, I mean, the reason I asked that is because the PTSD that was, like you said, like the last month, 2 months or so of the season, where it was like, here we go again, right? And so I was trying to look at it not through that same lens. We're like, okay, we turn the page. It's the postseason. We're gonna get playoff Vesia. He's gonna be fired up in the whole thing. And then right out the gate, I was like, oh no. And that's obviously the PTSD sinks in, and that's my worry, is because if you're feeling that, then imagine how it feels in the dugout, how it feels in the bullpen, how and so that's where going back to like what Tanner Scott said earlier, where it's been like the worst year of his life, baseball's been brutal to him, so on and so forth. Like if that creeps into that has to creep into your head, right?
Yeah, no, totally. I don't know. I guess to me, October and postseason is a new slate. So, our bullpen really didn't pull it out. But next game.
Shohei, Mookie, Teo. We got some things going.
Freddie had some.
Freddie.
Even Miggy
Another
Rowe.
double. Freddie and his doubles. I mean, what's he at now? Like a crazy number.
What
Well,
are
the offense,
positives?
the offense did their job. Like for the most part, aside from Justin Dean, I mean everyone had a hit. And well, Baez didn't. He was 0 for 5. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, Paez really didn't like. I wonder.
Well, Baez, that was because he was a candidate for me to like have a breakout kind of, thing, and he just looked kind of flat today. And that's where it was weird for me. That I mean, a part of it was the 0 for 5 situation, but when they took him out and they put in Dean, I was like, huh, okay. And so I mean, sometimes you look at it like maybe it's a referendum on Baez, but also it just wasn't his night. I mean, 0 for 5 is I didn't expect that at all from him, especially with everyone kind of around him hitting.
But I feel like when we have games like we do, it's like when people like that don't necessarily show up, I'm not sitting here like, oh my gosh, Paez, like, why aren't you coming through? It's like, all right, cool. At this point, we just need outs. We're up. Like, we don't need more. Like, we have plenty of runs. We were already ahead. We just need outs to get out and end the game. Like, that's all we needed to do. So I don't know.
Are you worried that tomorrow they might have to score more runs to kind of pad it a little more in case something like this happens?
Yes. Yeah, because now we need our offense to be on fire every single game to have a big enough lead for whatever's going to happen in the 8th and 9th innings.
Yeah,
and hoping that our starters go 7.
There's no way they're not going to think
which I feel confident about.
Yeah, we called 7 innings with Snell.
Yeah, and I don't like that, honestly. That the fact that if the offense scores 10 runs and this is how you feel after a game,
I know
that's tough.
I know. I think we really are. All of us fans are like really holding on. The bullpen is just making us so nervous.
And it's unfortunate that that's the story of the game, because what it should be is the Dodgers offense is, oh, okay, this is what everyone signed up for. Like, this is why all these dudes are getting paid what they're getting paid for. Like, this is it, right? And instead of talking about that, we're talking about the bullpen that has let the vibe deteriorate, and that sucks.
I know. But in the end, it is just about the win. Like, it doesn't have to look pretty. It can look ugly. That's part of it. As long as we got the W, I mean, do what you got to do. I mean, Dave Roberts told them, are you guys ready to go to war? Like, it's just part of it. It's not going to always look really pretty, and not everyone's going to always be there. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the guys that we know that are leading this team are leading, and it does make room for this kind of air. It's just disappointing. Honestly, it's just kind of disappointing.
I'm just wondering what we're going to do tomorrow. Who are we going to use? I mean, I feel bad for Henriquez. He looked nervous. He couldn't throw a strike.
No, yeah, no control, and like you said, you could just tell he didn't look right. He was just all out.
I would be furious if tomorrow we watch like Vesia come out and then like the same guys.
Yeah, I would hope
adjustments.
I would hope that. I mean, I could see why they'd want to get Vesia right, but in my mind, it should be like I hope Yoshinobu goes out and does what Blake did tonight. Goes 7 innings, something similar. I would be over the moon.
Yoshi, let's get that no-hitter.
Yeah.
And from there, if you go Roki, and then from there, if everything goes to plan, Blake Trinan, and then we have a game, and then you move on, and then it's the NLDS. It's over. The bullpen woes are over. Boom. But I really was surprised that they didn't use Roki, because if you've kind of lengthened him, if you will, to kind of get him right to be a bullpen arm, that would have been the ideal situation to put him in, because the lead was so big.
I know.
Like, I didn't understand why they didn't go to Roki right there.
Honestly, though, now that I'm thinking about it and listening to say that, I'm glad they didn't, because they didn't get a chance to get a look at him. So tomorrow, when Roki does come in,
yeah, I know. I was thinking that. I was like, well, at least
they're not going to have
from seeing him.
Yeah.
But if he was the only one who came in to close it out, can we do that? Like, if it's just like Snell and then like say Sheehan comes in, and just closes it out, like.
Yeah.
No offense, bullpen, but gots to go. Like, we have,
but that's how they have to think now.
Well, and I mean, and obviously Dave and Pryor aren't going to ever come out and say, "Hey, we don't trust our bullpen." Like that's the kiss of death, right?
Of course.
But it's all based on kind of how you go about it. Like tonight, he essentially said, "Hey, we trust you guys. Go get this done, right?" And aside from Trinan, they didn't really deliver, and so that's super concerning. And I mean, and listen, this game shouldn't have been a 10-5 game. It really shouldn't have.
No, it
right?
should have stayed 10-2.
Yeah. And that's going to be the part where everyone's going to go back, look at film, and be like, "Oh, okay, these are the mistakes." But one of them was, the moment, Vesia made a bunch of mistakes, and that's at this level, when you make those mistakes, you're going to pay, and the Dodgers did, right? And so, but the Dodgers also could have given the game away just as easily, which is just as frustrating as any of that. So my hope is that tomorrow, like I said, that Yoshi does the thing. They go Roki, Trinan, see ya. We'll see you in a couple of days for the NLDS, because otherwise I think everyone's going to have an aneurysm.
I know. I mean, at one point, Jacqueline's like, "Hey, Joe Kelly's in the audience." Throw him in there.
Yeah, I was like, is Joe still around? Like, might as well. Let's just see how that goes. Like, yeah, it's so frustrating. But yeah, I think that they're going to have to strategize. I think it's smart of Dave Roberts to make his bullpen think he trusts them. Like, I wouldn't have had him do that any other way. Like, especially when you put it like that. Like, what athlete doesn't thrive when their coach trusts them, and you have that clicks, and it's all the things. But yeah, I think they're going to have to just adjust a little. And unfortunately, I think our bullpen needs to earn it back.
Let me ask you this. Who do y'all think was the player of the game?
I mean,
Teo.
I think Teo.
Snell.
Yeah, because I mean, the three candidates I think are Ohtani, Teo, Snell, and I think it's Snell. I feel like those no disrespect, of course, because of what they do, but that's kind of what the expectation is. Like, hey, man,
totally.
But Blake, I mean, and to talk about Blake for a second, like, that dude's kind of battled some stuff this year, and he's kind of come back, and he looks like this is the reason why they paid him to come here. I mean, he even talked about it yesterday at his media availability. It's, hey, this is why I wanted to come here, like for these meaningful games to try to win a chip. And I mean, and at no point in time did it phase him. And that's, for me as a baseball nerd, that's what I'm after. Is like, yeah, that dude was locked in, jaw faced, did the thing, and it's like, all right, here you go. Now, please don't lose the game.
Yeah, and that allows us to trust him because he follows through with everything he says.
Yeah,
he has this really cool poise at the mound. I don't know. Since I saw him pitch, because he was injured for so long. I mean, he had a bobblehead before he played,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
I was like,
we talk about that a lot.
What? Like, and at that moment, I'll be honest, I didn't have any like emotional kind of tie to him. And so I'm like, who's this guy? What do you mean a bobblehead? We haven't even
given him one already?
Yeah. I'm like, what is happening? But he's like a Sheehan, like, whoa, like that is a strength. That is an arm. There is command. And he's like the veteran energy of that. But like, yeah, I really am. I'm very happy. His
confidence and his control, especially when he is on, he's unbeatable. It's really, really awesome to watch.
I don't think I told you guys before the season, I was really annoyed the Dodgers didn't sign Max Fried, and that they signed Snell over Fried.
Really? I knew this. I knew they were wanting Snell for a while, and Snell has been vocal about wanting to come to the Dodgers, especially, which is surprising when you're playing for other NLS teams. So interesting that you wanted that.
But when I saw what the deal was, I had said to a few people, I was like, oh, they got a steal. Like, in comparison to what they paid Max in New York, a steal. And this in itself is already proving that it was a steal, just because he had 5 dominant innings in the postseason. And again, for meaningful ball, I mean, I'm sorry, 7 meaningful innings in a meaningful game. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, that's what you want out of your, and the crazy thing is he's not even the ace. Like, the ace is Yoshi, right? And that dude's going in game 2. And I mean, that's just how it all lined up. But
Which
I
is
mean,
perfect. I'm so glad that after what happened today and all that, we have Yoshi tomorrow.
And even then, I think we're going to see a different Yoshi than the Yoshi we saw last year, just because he was adjusting to the game here. And now he's just so comfortable that it could be terrifying in the sense of like he's just kind of finding his groove.
Mhm.
And like it's one of those like this could be a special thing, if you will, because I mean this rotation is really good, really, really good. I'm just so worried about the bullpen that I'm so mad about that right now.
I know. Speaking of Max Fried, though, did you watch Yankees Red Sox?
I watched the end of it, and speaking of bullpen woes, it got a little dicey there for Chapman too, with the Red Sox. And I mean, listen, Max did his job.
Yep.
Max absolutely did his job. It's just the offense couldn't get anything going. And again, that's why the Yankees paid him too. They paid him all that money for exactly that. Just the bummer is they don't have Garrett Cole to kind of pat him as well. But that was a good game. Did you watch any of the other games today?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of kept up a little bit with the Cubs and Padres while I was doing stuff all morning.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah, I
watch
watched a little bit of the Detroit game. Yeah, we were keeping tabs on all the other teams. Seeing Jacqueline made us our own little bracket so we can
okay.
keep up with everything.
Yeah.
So you hate watched the Cubs and the Padres?
Well, it's
We
just
want
like
both of them to lose.
yeah,
so
I'm like, this is what's annoying. Like, who do you want to win? I'm like, neither. And I don't even know how to answer that question. But I don't know. I'm more curious on how they're playing and who's fiery and what pitcher.
Yep.
And
yeah.
at this point, I think if we play the Cubs and they do really well, it'll be a good competitive series. I think if we play the Padres and they do really well, it'll be a competitive series. It's almost like, I don't know, take your pick. As long as our boys show up, I'm good. I don't really care who we play.
Don't forget, no matter what, you play the Phillies the next round. So it's one of those where you still got to get the fighting Phils, which I'll be honest, I actually do like that they are on the bye instead of the Dodgers on the bye, because I feel like when they've been on the bye, they come out flat.
Yes. No, I feel exactly. Their team is so comparable to ours, and I feel like having those days off is not going to do them well. I wonder how they're using them.
I mean, they're probably watching the games together, but also doing their kind of daily routines of BP and all that stuff. But no matter what, it doesn't match up. You take a week off of games. Like
it's almost like just enough time to get a little more tired.
Yes. Yes.
It's true, like you really can't rest enough
162 games.
Yeah. I mean, I hope, because the Phillies are an amazing team.
Keep getting tired.
Yeah.
Snooze over there.
Yeah. Go clubbing, like do whatever you got to do.
So then, so looking ahead to tomorrow, I wanted to hear you all's predict, because I mean, Jacqueline, you are the voice of reason here, is what I've kind of learned between our live yesterday and all of this today. And apparently I don't know anything because all my stuff has been incorrect. So with that said, what do you all see tomorrow looking like and kind of going about? W. Okay.
Oh, also just for our listeners,
I was like, what are you doing? Like,
we put on these LA nails.
We got sent this PR box. It's called like Glamnetic.
It's a Glamnetic fanatic collab.
And so they're all these like stick-on nails, right?
So we're rocking some Dodger nails right now.
Already lost a pinky.
We did this while watching the game.
Already lost a pinky in my bullpen anger.
I was about to say, did you punch a wall?
No, I don't know where that thing went, to be honest.
There's a cooler broken in the compound.
Probably almost punched me because I was screaming at the TV.
Well, look, I'm not really that person who like screams everything. It's like, dude, every ball you're gonna yell. Because at this point now it's getting kind of annoying because they threw so many. Tomorrow, I was really happy with our team. I mean, I know with the bullpen is like a whole different story, but I have to just learn to separate that, because genuinely they're not really affecting. Everyone's really they really stepped up the way I thought. So I think tomorrow, I think we're going to see some things from Muncy. You know, I think it's time for him. I mean, I know that you guys think Mookie had a great game, but I don't think he's looking like I don't know. Something's not clicking and it's not there yet.
Yeah. What do you, okay. So when you say that he doesn't look right to you, or the only reason I ask is
he's Smiley Mookie, really.
When he's locked in. I feel like he's locked in.
No,
I mean, he went 2 for 4 today.
I'm watching him and I think he's going to like continue the momentum. He didn't really.
He was just shy of a homer. Yeah, he went 2 for 4. I thought he was looking good. I'm happy with how he came out today.
Because I did expect
he was. Yeah, he was. I'm happy with it.
Okay.
I did expect
We're gonna win tomorrow.
I did expect Max to be a little sluggish just because he's been
Yeah.
away for a minute. So, but I mean, I didn't expect 0 for 4, but
Yeah.
even then, I mean, you got the run, and then I mean, for me, the guy that was biased, I mean, going 0 for 5 is tough.
He's gonna step it up tomorrow.
Yeah, but
Little
but I
worried
don't.
about Kike though.
I'm a little worried about the back because if his back tightened up, that's no bueno.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, so
I know he performed okay today, but I could tell something was a little off.
Yeah, my hope is that it's nothing more than a stiff back because I mean he did go 2 for 3, and I mean he did his job. I mean he did. I mean again, making me eat my words. Even though I mean again, I hope the back injury isn't anything there. And Rory called a good game. Like I told you guys yesterday.
You're calling him Rory
Because I can't say the nomadic name. Then I had a chance.
I think Rory's so good.
Too many consonants and not enough vowels.
No.
I think it sounds like war vet.
Yeah, I was like maybe the R is like one of those like weird letters with the accent, but I'm just gonna stick with Rory because that's a little easier. But I mean, considering how young he is, he was very poised, called a good game, and he did his job. I mean, that's what more do you want, right? Mm-hmm. Aside from your bullpen to be a little better. That's it. But you can't have it all, right?
Maybe a little bit of offense.
But. So here's a question I have for you guys and for tomorrow as we wrap this thing up. Are you going to turn the bullpen woes into a drinking game if it gets worse again?
Maybe, yeah.
We could.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I mean, we've been sipping on some rosé.
Watch, they're gonna do so good, and I'm gonna be like, I can't even won't even get me buzzed, bro. Like everything they do is wrong.
Well,
do you want to see what else we did during the game?
What's that? Oh,
we had like a whole adventure.
Rosé.
Our
nails.
pumpkins are bleeding blue.
Your pumpkins are bleeding blue. Hey, do anything to help the bullpen woes to keep your mind occupied so you don't punch the television. I'm about that.
Yeah, I know.
How are you feeling about tomorrow? Littell's the Reds pitcher. Actually, ESPN says that the Dodgers have a 73% chance of winning.
I think if based on what the offense did today, not worried about the offense. I'm actually stoked to say that for the first time in a really long time. Not worried about Yoshi because he's going to be Yoshi. Mm-hmm. It's the bullpen that I'm really just the most nervous about. And then I'm really hoping that Kike just doesn't have anything more than a stiff back, just as long as that's all it is, because the last thing you want is injuries to kind of start this early because everyone's hurt.
Especially for Kike, like he's our October good luck charm.
I honestly, guys, if Yoshi has a low pitch count, I could see him pitching the whole game.
Listen, there again today, like going back to the Boston game, Garrett Crochet pitched, I think, 113 pitches. That's the most he's ever pitched in a game. Mm-hmm. And in this point of the season, that's kind of what you got to get out of everybody is just the most out of the tank. And we've seen Yoshi pitch into the ninth. So if he's pitching like that and like you said, a low pitch count, I don't see why not. I mean, Blake Snell had 91 pitches. It's not egregious, especially for 7 innings. It's not egregious at all. And so I will 100% take that all day. If he lands around 100 pitches, I think that's if he's pitching like Yoshi, into it. But I mean, listen, the Reds are a patient team. They had really good at bats. That's why they capitalize on the mistakes. And that would be my only worry is that there's going to be a mistake, and that's what they capitalize on, and that's kind of when everything goes sideways. But if the offense does what they did today, I'm not even worried. I'm not even going to think about it. Because
I know. I genuinely don't really feel that worried. I feel really confident in our team right now. Like I know the bullpen is but genuinely the guys that we want to show up showed up like beyond. And I was very impressed with all of their energy and how I really was really impressed. So if I was to go with my gut, Yoshi's going to kill it. They're going to have just as much run support. They're going to lock in on the other things. They're probably all just hugging the bullpen guys at this point and telling them it's okay. And we're just so mad at them, but they're probably going to get better too. But I really feel like we're going to take this series and it's going to be fine. But there's definite things that I think the fans are just done living every time. And there's got to be something else other than just, I don't know.
I really can see Yoshi pitching the whole game and them really mixing things up for the next series, like seeing some starters, closing games, and really changing things up because this isn't working. And today, how can they go back and send these same guys out and do the same thing that we've been seeing? You know,
man, poor Kike. He was just saying that he finally got to do the 3 starts.
I know.
And he was feeling good and consistent.
Let's hope that it was like, let's take him out.
Maybe his core is just tight and he's got to stretch.
Hopefully it was just
well, I hope all it was, it's, hey, I'm over 30 and my back hurts a little bit and that's it and nothing else.
Let's hope it was like a playing it safe. Let's take him out and make sure he's good for tomorrow. I'm hoping that's the situation.
And to your point about maybe shaking it up, they do have some guy with 3,000 strikeouts that they could use in the bullpen as a super reliever. And then this young kid from Japan, his name is Roki. I mean, why not, right? I mean, if that's
the point, it's like, are they going to just stick to what we know can actually like get the job done and just like, I don't know. I know it's like the kiss of death to not trust your bullpen, but
I think
it's like we said, I think this is Dave trying to show his guys he trusts them. Honestly, I think that's a big part of it because the second that you kind of take morale down, especially in this moment, that's tough, especially with the stuff that Tanner Scott said. I mean, that's some of the stuff he's saying. That's like, oh shit, you've gone down the rabbit hole. And
I know.
No, you're right.
But I feel bad for Dave because he's putting it out there and he's helping them and he's having faith in them. And it's like, okay, then what else do you want? You have the support of your coach. You have the support of your teammates, your fans continuously. I mean, the amount of like, you know what? All of us are going to just say how much we love Conforto. Oh, everyone's just going to say, I love Tanner Scott and like, just try to love them. Like, let's just love them and put it out in the world. And it's like,
I mean, never in my life would I think that I would be wanting, hey, let's put Tanner Scott in. Let's take this guy out. He can't throw a damn strike.
And I actually was wondering, like, I wonder what they are thinking when they like, because you guys have your perspective is very different than mine, and I actually appreciate it because in my mind I'm like, why the hell aren't you going with Roki? Like that's literally the first thing I said when Vestia came out, and then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, oh, okay, he wants to show the guys that they're the guys, and that makes all the sense in the world. Thank God Trinan did not do what I was really thinking he was going to do. That terrified me. But yeah, it's the game within the game. Actually, as you pointed out when we started this, I like that because then now I get a like you don't really think about that part until you're kind of like, oh, that's why they went with these guys.
I think we've watched every single game this season. We're listening to every game. We've met a lot of these people now, so I think we do have this trust and understanding of kind of how this team works and maybe the conversations between the front office and Dave. And we've asked those questions of like, who has final say, all these things. So we've learned a lot that what else can we do at this point? We like how our team works and the dynamic and the culture and all that stuff. So let's see what happens next.
Tomorrow, what I will do then is I will drink some adult beverages then, and as you guys drink your rosé.
Well, we are hoping to be at the game tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's what I figured you were going to try to at least go to. If there's 3, you try to go to 1.
I mean, we got to put it out there in the universe because why not?
We'll be recording the podcast tomorrow morning. Our episode will come out on Thursday, and then we'll be at the game tomorrow.
Yeah, let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
One way or another, you're going to be at the game.
We will figure out a way.
Well, and hopefully you all bring the good luck because the bullpen, let's just hope the bullpen doesn't do anything what they did as far as they did today.
Maybe they're hungry. Maybe someone needs to feed them before they come out. They're out there a really long time. Maybe they're hungry.
I mean,
throw them a Dodger dog.
Yeah, throw them a Dodger dog or that big ass barbecue sandwich they have. I mean, there's options.
Whatever they want.
Honestly, someone could like just give them a few bites from that long ass Dodger dog.
I would love to share with my bullpen.
Here, guys, all of you have a couple bites.
Maybe that's what. Maybe when you get there,
we need to go and give it to them.
Yes, I was gonna say when you get there.
I think I'm hinting at. No, I had like seen this thing before, where it's like some of the bullpen guys, like if you are around and you're like by them kind of. Some of them will take food. If you're like, hey, you want a hot dog? Some of them will be like, if they're kind of cool and like chilling, they'll be like, yeah, get me a hot dog. And like people, I've never heard of it happening at the Dodgers, but I've heard of it. So we always joke like, I don't know, maybe they're hungry. Let's go give them a hot dog.
They're out there for a long time.
Right. I
Yeah.
know. And they're literally right by the bar. And so they just see people back there chomping on a burger.
Maybe the move is when you guys get there, you show up and say, listen, I know you're going to be out here for a while. Here's an emergency dog. Take the emergency glizzy, keep it. And then when the time comes, boom, ready to go.
Yeah.
And we don't have this debacle of 5 earned runs.
And hey, come on our podcast. We'll just slip in a note.
Just put it in the wrapper. Well, let's not be sad because I'm trying to be positive like Jacqueline, so that way it doesn't feel like
we won.
Yeah.
I love that you think I'm being positive because I felt like I was not today. But no, I really do think our team played amazing. I don't feel nervous for tomorrow. If they come the same way they came today, I think we're going to be fine in so many games. We just have some things that we really, really have to iron out. But
no, it's the thing that we were all worried about, the bullpen.
Totally. And like she says, like, please just make some adjustments. I mean, we have the interesting of the Roki and the Kershaw and we have the room to kind of play. Like, can you just like build the momentum and just put in the right people? And then we'll build the trust.
That's the unfortunate thing they did. They had it for the no pun intended, the Hollywood ending, right? It was scripted. Snell gives you 7. You can use the bridge to close it out and you call it a day. And alas, here we are. Sad.
No. But we won. Guys, I cannot believe we sound this way.
I know. But they asked Dave, they said, are you kind of waiting on the bullpen guys to kind of get that locked in postseason energy? And he said yes. So they didn't have it today. So that's why my biggest frustration when I watch these Dodger games is that they're not making adjustments. So I'm just saying I will be pissed off if we go in tomorrow and we're seeing the same thing, the same guys. So just
we ever
change?
Has anyone ever like took away their name? They no longer can be the dogs. Unless you're gonna be a dog, you are no longer a dog.
Maybe Roki needs to take on, that dog energy.
I mean,
he's lifting his leg like he's peeing.
If he's going to go out there and do what I
expect,
he's
going to bring them back to being dogs. That's what he's going to do tomorrow.
I was going to say is that it's going to bring it back in like, oh, that's how this is supposed to go.
Man,
okay.
He's going to be like Daniel Hudson last season when Daniel Hudson walked off the mound at Citi Field and said, and reminded them, we are the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Roki, we need a moment like that. We need you to remind our bullpen that they are dogs.
I know.
And they helped us win a World Series last year.
And honestly, it's coming from the dog who's probably like a greyhound.
A greyhound.
Or a golden retriever.
No, he's so skinny and long. Like he's like, yeah.
Well, but that's a part of what makes him so damn effective too, is because he's so skinny and damn long. Like you don't know where anything's coming from.
Yeah.
I have to shout out Dodger Dave because the memes that he puts out always are incredible. Mm-hmm. He put out the cat one of I survived another Dodgers bullpen outing, and damn it, it's true because we got shelled on by the Dodgers bullpen again, and it sucks. Because now that's all everyone's going to talk about. And tomorrow morning, whether it's ESPN, whoever, that's all everyone's going to talk about is the Dodgers bullpen. If it's
it's frustrating. The rest of our team, like we want them to steps up, and it's like it's just frustrating. It's unnecessary stress that we are living through, and we just need to get through this series.
Yeah, but thank you to Shohei, Teo, Mookie, Edmund, all these guys that got us this win today. Snell, our offense for getting us 10 runs, setting us up for success. Love you guys.
Yeah. By the way, Dave Roberts just said that Kike Hernandez is playing tomorrow. He emphatically said about Kike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it sounds like it was precautionary. So there we go. So it's at least it isn't all doom and gloom.
We got some good news already.
We have some good news already. So let's sleep it off. Let's see how it feels.
Let's remember that we won.
Yes, they won. They scored 10 runs. We can't be sad about it. By the way, Ramble Ron also said that Blake Snell was the player of the game. Yeah, I mean I mean it would either be him or the other two, but Blake.
I love when it's hard to choose because there's so many guys that did well. So,
but for me, my favorite part of it all is we don't have to worry about the starting rotation because we all had those. Last year was the starting rotation and not the bullpen. This year's the other way around. And I mean, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And that's
I know. But I'd take this because even during the season, our starting rotation was injured and it was really hard to let them fall into place. And it was like, and then people are saying things like, you don't win without a good starting rotation. And a part of me was like, what do you mean? Like, there's got to be another way. But no, now we're on fire. And I honestly was really impressed with our boys today. I think our bullpen, this is maybe their rock bottom.
I hope it is not the rock bottom. Yeah. I am hoping with all my might that it is not the rock bottom because this would be the worst time.
Well, no, I'm just saying like from the rock bottom, they have to do something and something's got to click differently,
well, it's the rock bottom for maybe Henriquez, but I'm glad Trinan, great job today. Great job.
Do you think that was the veteran energy? Of him being
I think so.
He threw he gave it everything he got.
Yeah. He didn't look nervous.
Because even like in the post game on ESPN, they had Teo on, and it was a very different kind of energy.
Oh, so he was their player of the game.
Yeah. And he had a very different energy about him than you'd kind of seen. I was like, okay. So
what kind of energy?
Yes, the good energy.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah,
like they were pumped on it.
That nice Teo smile energy.
Yeah, so if they were watching our live right now, they'd be like, "Man, like,
did we lose or did
you guys are really bringing me down?" And I'm going to be like, "Sorry."
But I mean, really, what it comes down to is just the thing that we were all worried about. I mean, that's just what it is. Whether we like it or not, that's just what it is.
Maybe we need to stop talking about it because we're like everyone is talking about it, so we're putting it out there and giving it more attention and energy. So
sort of, yeah. But then we did say yesterday, the only thing I really wanted is if they showed up and hit the way I know and the way that they did today, like I'm good with everyone, shitting the bed. That's the only, someone's got to shit. I'd rather it be them than our hitting because we need runs.
No, you're right. Because if they wouldn't have had the runs and if the bullpen also would have shit the bed, then we're even sadder.
I mean, Teo's probably like, how many more home runs did you need me to hit, dude?
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to text us tomorrow and be like, rookie for the win.
That's, you know what? Let's put that out into existence.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
And because I know you're going to be there, obviously we're not doing this tomorrow because you're going to be at the game. So enjoy the game for all of us that will be enjoying it from our couches. And these have been fun. Are we going to do this again for the next round? Because obviously they're going to advance, right?
We're going.
Yeah. And I don't know if we ended up going live on any of our platforms.
I don't think
it attached because but you know what? It's fine. Like next round.
Another round of games to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So apologies to our friends on Instagram that may or may not be seeing us, ? But
they could have come on and found it, right?
Yeah. No, they could, yeah. I mean, there's 100 and something people here. I can't see the number because I need new glasses apparently. But there's 3 numbers. So to the people that joined us, thank you for joining us. If you chimed in,
thank you for joining us.
Thank you. But most importantly, thank you for letting me join you guys. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been
we
so
love
fun
chatting with you.
I know.
Likewise.
And, we're gonna do it again.
We will do it again.
Say a player of the game for tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yoshi.
Yeah. What are our predictions? We predicted a little bit that happened.
We did.
Well, you guys go ahead with your predictions first.
Pages getting hot, Mookie getting hotter, and Yoshi shutting it down.
Okay. Yeah. I think Yoshi's going to give, I'd love to say he's going to shut it down and go full in the 9 innings, but at least he's going to give us 7+. I just really believe in him. I think it's his time. He had that game where he was so close, and I just feel like he tasted it, and like something's going to happen, something special.
I just think because of how today went, if he's doing well and there's a low pitch count, they're just going to keep him going. So we'll see. All right, Alonso, what about you?
I'm going to say Yoshi, quality start. The reason I'm going to say quality start is I'm not trying to wish ill will on anyone over 9 innings. I I think Max Muncy hits a home run.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling a Max.
Love
homie.
it.
And a Dodgers win, of course. And then the bullpen will not do what they did tonight. They will not shit the bed, as Jacqueline said.
Okay.
How about Max and Freddie are going to hit a home run?
Okay.
She's going to go 7+.
Okay. All right. I can get behind that.
Okay. And Roki's going to close it out.
And that's it, because we don't have to ever talk about the bullpen until the NLDS.
Okay, cool. Cool with that.
Well, then stick a pin in all that, because that's what's going to happen tomorrow.
Sure.
You wrote all that down yesterday.
Yes. Yeah. Write it all down, and then when we're all wrong, then we'll also be wrong. it's a no-win situation.
We'll post the text when you text us about Roki tomorrow.
Fair. Okay, fair. Well, enjoy the game tomorrow, ladies.
Thank you.
And then hopefully you're not stuck in traffic forever, but it'll be worth it after a win.
It will. This was really fun. Thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. And go Dodgers.
And go Dodgers. We will do it again. In the meantime, my name's Alonso. These are our friends from Talk Dodgers to Me. This platform's called Baseball Isn't Boring. By the way, our boss threw out the first pitch in a
I know, we didn't even say that.
And we didn't even say that. So sorry, Joe.
We mentioned Joe and that we kind of wanted to throw him in the bullpen today. But it was only because he was at the stadium, because Joe threw the first pitch and then his family said it's time for Dodger baseball.
Yes.
It's time. No, just kidding.
Well, on behalf of
the Kelly fans,
we're practicing just in case when we get called,
Yeah.
They're going to.
Our time.
Because they're going to show up to the bullpen, hand out glizzies, and then you're gonna get everyone ready for the game.
Yeah. Guys, we have to go to the game. We've got to give the bullpen some glizzies. We've got to
and the hot dogs.
Yeah.
You have a busy day.
These are hot dogs.
Oh, I've never heard that in my life.
Oh, you're just throwing glizzies and hot dogs at them.
What's a glizzy?
It's a hot dog.
It's a hot dog. It's the slang term that the kids are using for hot dogs.
Oh, I've never heard it.
Well,
thanks for teaching me, guys.
Loser. Oh, just kidding. All right. This is going to be
Dodger fans are all winners. All right.
Yes, we're all winners. We'll see you guys.
Bye.